across the country comprises of one, the church being represented in the CDF, the disabled and other colleagues, the members of the community, the old-aged, political parties must be represented equally in the CDF. This is the only way that we can make, good decisions that represents the views of every citizen within the constituency. We want to make that very clear because in the past we are coming from a regime, colleagues, that when you mention of CDF, we are talking about PF affiliated individual receiving the money called CDF. But today, President Hakainde Hichilema has said we want every Zambian, in short, togetherness. We want every Zambian to participate, make what they can do in their own constituencies, let them get contracts, let them do business within their own constituencies, so that we must keep them busy. In short, the UPND government, colleagues, repressed capitalism to the cooperatives. And we want this issue of cooperatives to be taken very seriously by our colleagues, the youths in the UPND, in the PF, the youths in the church, and in our compounds where we are coming from. Why are we saying so? Because CDF only comes once every year. It comes once annually. And when the money is given this year, we'll not see it again until next year when we have another budget for the year. So we thought of mentioning that, colleagues from the media, and we want our people to take the CDF very seriously. We want the people to take the issues of cooperatives very seriously. But we had a concern. We had a concern that we presented to the Ministry of Commerce and Trade. We had this letter written to the Minister of Commerce. I think it was written some 2 months ago. Okay, one of the things that we addressed in our letter, of course, it is the slowness of the process, because our people are spending time at Pakla there for them to register a cooperative. And we had suggested a lot of measures that can improve the process, because this is a presidential directive. Being a presidential directive, we expect, as a party ourselves, as members of the party, we expect that our people, the Zambian people that voted for the UPND and those that did not vote for the UPND, must begin to see the fruits of the new Dawn government. That is the first thing that we should mention now. We said, number one, we are dealing with a lot of people in the compounds that have not gone to school. And when you talk about the process to register a cooperative, it is a bit long. You talk about the bylaws, you talk about this, you talk about that, and then the certificate will take 3-4 months to come out. A bank account, etc. We suggested that the ministry in charge, we know and we're advised that the Ministry of Commerce is working with the Ministry of SMEs to run this program. Therefore, we were conversating with the Permanent Secretary at Commerce, who referred this to the PS at SMEs, because our concerns, of course, they stand to be genuine, because we want the process of registration for cooperatives to be shortened. It is too long for our people in the compounds where we are coming from in Chivolia, where they don't even know how to hold a pen. So if you talk about bring the bylaws, bring the word, you are telling them not to register a cooperative. Sensitization was not done. So we want all these things to be done. Also, we wanted the ministry to consider an online application so that people can register a cooperative, finish everything online, get a certificate online, just the way you do it when you want to register a limited company or any company. That way also. Also, we had asked the ministry to consider taking this process right at the doorsteps of every ward. Why did we say so? CDF is handled by the Ministry of Local Government, and local government has got offices in every ward through the ward councillors. We had to hold a view. We believe to say, if at each office of a councillor in every ward, The ministry employs one person to man the ward, meaning the people coming from that ward will be able to register their cooperative right at the office of the councillor. That was very important. Rather than a situation we are seeing today at Pakla, where people from Mazabuka, people from Shangombo, from Ringu, Lubansashi, are here in Lusaka, spending nights there. That is not fair. That is not fair. And other people, we are told that other people are paying people just for their process to be quick. I think that one must not be done anymore, because we feel a lot of colleagues are not, if you like, they don't understand President Hakainde Hichilema's vision. The president does not love, he hates corruption with passion. He doesn't love corruption at all costs. So if there are civil servants who are doing that, charging people to say, quickly we shall quicken your process for your certificate, that is not necessary. We don't want such people to be operating in the government offices, because the New Dawn government does not believe in corruption. But we had a solution to this. That is why we said, let the ministry employ a good number of people to go into the wards and register people, because the president wants everyone to take part in these issues of cooperatives. So, what about someone who does not know where Pakra is? Okay? That is the thing here. What about those marketeers who are not aware of these cooperatives? Now, today, as we are talking, money has been released for CDF. So the question is, who is going to benefit from this amount of money? That's a very big question. So, we hold the view that constituencies must hold on to the monies. Until then, the people complete the process of registration for their cooperatives, so that everyone must not, we don't want anyone to be left behind. The whole idea, we want to believe the whole idea the president had for us to have these cooperatives was very simple. To make sure that the economy keeps on running when people are busy working, doing business, limiting to ZRA. This is the Zambia we want, where people are kept busy, where people begin to know the importance of doing business. The mindset today has to be tuned a little bit. That's where we're going now, where youths need to know that they have to take part in the issues of cooperatives. They need to understand the benefits of cooperatives. They need to understand why they need to register cooperatives and why they must be in a cooperative and where. All these things we feel constituencies have not done enough to sensitize their people. And we challenge the constituencies to hold on to the monies. Because I'm wondering who is going to get this money. Apart from that, we want to make mention that we have some information that we are still investigating, and we want, the auditors and everyone to take interest in what we want to say now. That there are other people, other leaders, some are civic leaders, some are leaders in government, in political parties, both from the PF and the UPND. We are told colleagues registered more than one cooperatives, meaning some have got 10 cooperatives per individual, to differentiate other citizens from accessing the money, so that they should acquire all the monies themselves and buy Porsche vehicles. We want to warn such individuals to say, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. We shall not allow President Hichilema to fail because of your selfish interest. You want to eat, you want to get full alone, you want to leave another woman, another marketeer sleep without food. That one we shall not allow, colleagues from the media. And we thought that one must be taken very seriously, and it must be mentioned as it is, to say we are aware of a lot of people who are registering. An individual has got 10 cooperatives. For what? What are you trying to prove? To steal from the people where you are coming from? You want to get the whole money? No, not at all. We shall not allow that one. That one, colleagues, you people who are trying to steal from the people of Zambia by registering more than one cooperative, and you know that you are a holder of all the 10 accounts, we shall follow you. Anti-Corruption Commission today has a new DG. Anti-Corruption today has a new board chairman who does not eat corruption. And we shall make sure that you go in for your crimes. This is the only way we shall help President Hichilema to deliver, by making sure that bad eggs within ourselves, bad eggs outside ourselves are exposed and reported to the Anti-Corruption Commission for the benefit of the people of Zambia. I think we have done a lot. We've talked so much on the cooperatives, and we just hope the ministries responsible will get this message and quickly act upon it, and make sure that before the funds are shared, they need to do an audit. Who owns this account? Who owns this account? So that you don't continue paying one person 10 times. We don't want that. We don't want that. We want everyone. We want every citizen, despite of their political affiliation, whether they're coming from a political party or not, so long they are a Zambian and they manage to form a cooperative, they register the cooperative, they have a proposal, a business proposal, all they need is money for capital. Let us give them money without any connection, no corruption. We know, we are aware that others